How did your siblings feel about the church lifestyle?
Well, my sister played the piano. So I was seeing my sister 4 years older than me, Danetta. On my dad's sermons, she would play the piano, and then I would do a solo. And so one of the songs that we sung that I would sing is "Just As I Am." just thinking about it, you know.
How does that song go?
Well, I'm not a singer now, so let me just tell you that.
You remember it though?
But I can tell you, just as I am, without one plea, but that thy blood was shed for me, and that thou biddest me come to thee. O Lamb of God, I come, I come. See?
Hey, how did your mom and
You're
dad
talking
get
about
along?
authenticity. Well, my mom and dad, so I never seen my dad drink. I never seen my mom drink. It wasn't worldly music being played in the household.
So you guys couldn't listen to like Marvin Gaye and things like
well,
that?
yeah, we could. Yeah, we could, but it wasn't, my parents didn't listen to that.
Yeah.
Those were things that my friends' parents listened to. But I would say that in terms of their relationship, my dad, he definitely was stubborn, and I can see he definitely had anger, things going on. So it's interesting to think about my dad, because my dad was born in 1914, and he's from Mississippi. So you can imagine what it was like for a black child growing up in Mississippi. And my dad was a World War II veteran, and he was captured and tortured during the war. I can say that, so my dad lost 3 wives and 3 sons. The first wife and child he lost was when the wife was giving childbirth. The second wife and son he lost was in a car accident. And the third wife and son he lost was my mother and little brother. So my heart, I've had to, like, in terms of me doing the work on the inside, I went back and I look at my parental traits. Like, who were they? How did the things they do and say impact me? You know? And so at first I had difficulty doing this, because it's not about blaming my parents, right? It's about me having compassion for them and knowing that they did the best they could under the circumstances. And so, but yeah, I definitely experienced, I want to say, what I feel emotional neglect. And I definitely have experienced physical abuse in the household. Like physical abuse, what that look like? Getting my ass whooped in the bathtub with with an extension cord. Or I'm in the bathtub, my dad coming in and whip my ass. I'm just saying. Or me laying in bed sleep and my dad waking me up with a razor strapped to the face. Now imagine the impact that would have on a child, you see? And so for me, I believe that I learned anger and violence like by getting my ass whooped.
So you had an older father then?
Yes.
He was about in his early 50s when you were born.
Yes.
Was there a big age difference between your dad and your mom?
My mom was born in 31. She was about what?
20 years.
17.
17.
17 years younger. Yeah. And my dad lived to be 83 years old. Passed in 1997 when I was in Calipatra.
Okay, so after you committed the homicide over there and you were out for 4 days, did you ever get to talk to your dad about anything before you were taken into custody?
Okay. So I was over one of my homies' house, and my family, my brother and my dad came looking for me, and so one of my homies brung them to where I was at, and I didn't want to. When my mother and little brother was shot, I didn't want to see anyone. And so I was mad at him for bringing them over there, because I didn't want to see the grief and pain on their faces. And so when he came, I came out, and he was like telling me what happened. I said, I know. He was like, what you mean you know? And I was telling him I know. I said they think that I shot one of their homeboys, you know. And he was like, well, they want to talk to you at the police station. I'm like, I ain't going to no police station. So this is the first time that I outright defied my dad. I'm just saying to his face. You know what I mean? You know, so, but I'm like, I'm not going to no police station. And so then he asked my brother to grab me, and so I just took off and started running, and my brother ran after me. And then my brother he asked me what happened, and then I told him what happened.
So you ended up telling your brother the truth?
I told him the same thing. I said they think.
Okay.
I was telling everybody that lied, that I didn't do it. I said they think that I did that. And so I just ran, and he let me run away.
How did you get the word that the retaliation against your mother and brother had occurred?
You know, it's a funny thing, man. I'm going to say it like this. Before my mother and little brother was killed, I was told by a friend of mine who lived in the 40s, right, that someone said, I'm not going to say who, that if they can't get me, to get my mom. I heard that before it happened. The day that I heard it was the day that it happened. And the thing is, I didn't believe it because that wasn't what it was about, because we wasn't putting in work on family members. So I didn't think that was going to happen. But the fact that I did hear it and it happened, that means a lot to me. And so, but I had to process that too. And the thing is, you know, I had to process it because of the person who had said it. So, yeah.